What the duck? Yes, believe it or not, Marvel Contest of Champions Trucos, or Tricks, has found game files for Howard the Duck. I know, a complete revelation and very interesting. Obviously, people have been quick to get funny about it. And obviously, we've seen a video from Seaton that covers this. But there's also the other aspect to it, in that people are hurt because they want their own characters in the game. I think people lose that edge of, you know, what are the backstories to these characters? For me, and my personal aspect of playing the game is these characters meant something to me when I was a kid. I remember, you know, trying to get into a 15 rated Blade movie. I remember, you know, picking up the first comic book of Batman, picking up the first comic book of Captain America, of even looking at Howard the Duck, for God's sakes, and so many other films. This is what, you know, why I played the game. It's because these characters meant something to me, rather than being, you know, belittled because I like a certain character and I'm passionate about a certain character. The same thing with you guys being quite passionate about your characters. So you're going, why wasn't this in? Why is this not coming into the game? Chances are they're probably going to fine tune them so they are exactly to what you want to see within the game. So this information doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from the game info. This is the data script here for the info within the game. So it is a case, it's all legit. It is in there. There's a little bit of a backstory to his detective agency in New York City and other helpful information. But the thing is, people may be saying, well, I don't want this character. But the character has a really interesting backstory to it. So let's just have a look at a few notable stories that are quite interesting about the character. Apart from the fact that the character has amazing martial arts skills, that's really cool that a little character like this Howard the Duck has these skills. It's the same thing. Well, you could have the argument about Rocket Raccoon. People would say, well, why is Rocket Raccoon in? Well, he's an animal. He's he's a tech character. The thing with this character would probably be a cosmic coming into the game. I really like this story. Mystical training. The Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange has also briefly tutored Howard in mystic ways, indicating even those of Dark World possess magical potential under his mental guidance. Howard was capable of conjuring the vapors of Valtor, the shield of Seraphim, use of the transformation enchantments, and even utilizing another Eye of Akamoto and Cloak of Levitation. So that's really cool in any case. So could they set up something where he's associated with Doctor Strange? Obviously, we've just seen a Doctor Strange event, but it doesn't mean to say that it's all over. You know, there's still stuff that could happen. And Kabam do have an idea of where they're going with stuff. Another interesting story is he featured in Civil War, which is kind of unusual because I didn't think that they would be. But it's kind of weird. It's like, as an interdimensional being, Howard the Duck was compelled to register under the Superhuman Registration Act along with Beverly. He attempted to do so during the Civil War, but learned his social disruptive life had created so many bureaucratic headaches that the government's policy was that Howard, the so-called infamous Duckman of New Jersey, did not exist. This lack of government oversight delighted him. No more parking tickets, no taxes, no jury duty. He's kind of got this Joe Fix-It type vibe. He's kind of like a loose cannon type creation, and I think that's something that people can really warm to. It's certainly something that you shouldn't go like, oh, well, Howard the Duck, won't Howard the Duck. You've got a talking raccoon, for God's sakes. But it's all good. I like this idea that we could have him potentially in the game. To finalise, yes, this is information about the character within the game. This information is kind of derived from, as I said, this here, which is obviously the data script for it. So you're gonna be seeing the character in some sort of way, shape or form. Not sure if it's going to be one of those characters like MODOK, where it's just going to have details and how the duck is going to be in the corner telling you about how the story is progressing. If the character was to be implemented in a game, do not feel too butthurt by it, because the fact there's a walking, talking raccoon with a big gun. Surely there should be a walking, talking duck who has kung fu skills. It's just one of these things. I like the idea of the character coming into the game. I like the idea that he could kick major ass. I like the idea about Quack Fu. I like the idea of the backstory. I think that's quite is quite nifty. If it's used as an April Fool's, then it's used as an April Fool's. If it's used in International Pet Day, then it's used in International Pet Day. Doesn't really matter. It's just nice to see new characters, regardless of shape or form. If your favourite character has not been put into the game, it probably means Kabam are trying to work 10 times as hard to make it perfect for you. So what I'm going to do now is open up the floor to you guys in the comments section. So let me know in the comments below, not what your thoughts are on Howard the Duck, but if your thoughts are on your favourite character. I want you to put the character that has not been implemented in the game, that means something to you, and what you feel would make the character really amazing. And then what I'll do is I'll send the video to Kabam or put it in a forum and they can see it. It means that they can then do the work to make your character really fun. So let's make some positive change and get it to the right people. And let's not moan about it or kind of I take your problems and rant about it. Let's make some change, because it'd be good. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to subscribe for more, then please hit that subscribe button. And as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. And don't forget to follow me on social media. The link is in the description. Bye-bye.